In this video, I'm going to show you various ways that you can share the work that you've done in a GIS project in ArcGIS Pro. So for this example, I'm using this map that is called Urban Heat Islands in Richmond. It's got a layer called afternoon temperatures. It's symbolized the way I like it. I've also created a layout from that map. And there's various things that I can share. I can share the symbology of the layer. I can share the symbology plus the data. I can share the entire map. I can export the layout that I created, or I could even share the entire project. So let's start with a layer. If I want to share just the symbology, I'm going to save it as a layer file. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to go to sharing, and I'm going to save it as a layer file. That's going to give you a file type with the extension LYRX. When I name it, I want to get rid of that space. So I'm exporting this file called afternoon temperatures.lyrx. That's a layer file. I go save. And if I look in my Windows Explorer, I can see that LYRX file has been created. So again, that only contains the symbology. It does not contain the data. So if the person on the other side who's receiving that file does not have the data, they're not really going to be able to do anything with it. So if you want to share both the symbology and the data from a layer, you can right-click, sharing, and save it as a layer package instead. And that's going to open up this tool window. I can either upload the package directly to my ArcGIS Online account, or I can save that package to a file. So I'm going to save it to a file. I'm in my project folder now. I'm going to call it afternoon temperatures. I don't have to add the extension here. It's going to automatically add that extension, which is LPKX. I want to give it a little bit of a summary here. So I will just say layer showing afternoon temperatures in Richmond. Okay, now it should be ready to package. Once it's finished, I can click on Manage the Package to see it in my Windows Explorer folder. And there it is. LPKX is the layer package. That includes both the symbology and the data. The LYRX file only contains the symbology. That's a layer file. So it's an important distinction to understand between a layer file and a layer package. Now, I could have gotten to the same result if I had gone up here, clicked on the Share tab, and then click Layer to create a new layer package. I get the same exact window, so I can get there in two different ways. Okay, now let's say we want to share the entire map as a map package. In that case, again, up on the Share tab here, we can just click on Map. And now it's pulling up a tool window for package map. Again, I have the option to either upload it directly to my online account or save the package to a file. So let's save the package to a file. I'm going to call it Urban Heat Islands. And again, I don't have to add the extension. It's going to add this MPKX extension when I save it. I want to give it a little summary. Map showing afternoon temperatures in Richmond, Virginia. Now the map package is going to contain everything that you see in this map. It's going to have that base map layer as well as the afternoon temperatures layer. Again, I can hit Manage Package. And you can see this mpkx file there. That's the map package. So far we've made a layer file, a layer package file, and a map package file. Okay. Now, I've also created this layout from the map. If I want to save that layout as a PDF file, I can go up here to Export Layout. I generally would choose a flattened PDF, but you may have other choices. I want to name it, and I will call it afternoon temperatures, and it's going to be a PDF file. And I generally don't like to go with 150. I'd rather have a 300 dots per inch resolution, so the image will be clearer and better for print. And under PDF settings, by default, it's going to export the georeference information. But we don't really need that, and we can save the file size if we unclick it. It depends what you want to do with it. In general, I just want to print it, so I don't need that georeference information. So then I can export it. And then if I want to view that exported file, it opens up the PDF window. So that's just a simple PDF that you can post on the web, or you can print it out. But since we didn't export any georeference information, it's really just a static image. In some cases, we might want to share an entire project with somebody. If we make a project package, that will include all the maps and all the layouts and any other objects that you have in the project. It'll basically be a way for somebody to open up a project and have exactly all the same items that you have on your end. So how do we do that? We go to Share, Project, make a new project package. We have the choice to upload to online account or save package to a file. Let's do the save to file. Choose where to put it. We'll call it Urban Heat Islands. You don't have to add the extension. It will automatically add a PPKX extension. Let's put a little summary. Project containing a map and layout showing afternoon temperatures in Richmond, Virginia. Okay. It's a good idea often to click before you actually go to packaging to analyze it and make sure there's no problems before you try to package it. It doesn't seem to be finding any problems, so let's go ahead and package. Save, yes. And it failed to package again. So I can't go any farther with this demo. This does show you that even though I didn't see any errors, it's just not packaging, and I don't know why. This happens sometimes. I've had this happen with multiple students in the past. So if you simply can't package it this way, there's another way. We have to just work outside of GIS. So we're going to actually shut down this window. You want to make sure that you close ArcGIS before you do this. And then instead, we can go into Windows Explorer. I need to find my project folder. Okay, here's my Urban Heat Islands folder. That contains my entire project. If I double click, you can see it's got the APRX file. That's the project file that has all the instructions for what the project is doing. It's got the toolbox. It's got all these packages that we created earlier. It's got the geodatabase. That's my project folder. I'm going to go back up a level. I can simply right-click on this and send it to a zip file, or zip folder. Simple, right? So now I could actually share this zip file with somebody else And once they extract it, they will get the same folder, and then they can open up the project simply by clicking that APRX file. So if the packaging fails, which it does sometimes for projects, I don't know why, then there's a workaround where you just create a zip file of the entire project folder, and you can share that zip file with somebody instead. Okay, here I am on my organization's homepage. I'm going to click on Content. I want to save those packages to a separate folder that I haven't created yet, so I can create a new folder. I'll just call it Urban Heat Islands. And then I can add items to it from my device. I can only do one at a time. So if I want to share, for example, this layer package, I would just click on that, open. I want to change the title now with a space. It's going to go in this Urban Heat Islands folder. I could add categories if I wanted. I could add a little summary. So this is our layer package, so I'm just going to say it's a layer package showing afternoon temperatures in Richmond, Virginia, and save. And now we have the landing page of this package. We can see it's a layer package. I could add a description if I want. I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. And if I wanted to download that file, I could do that. If I want to share that file with somebody else, I would go down here, click this share button, copy that URL, and then I could paste that URL, for example, into an email. And then that person could get to the same landing page and they could download that layer package and do whatever they want with it. And you can do the same with your layer file or your map package. Just a quick and easy way to share items from your ArcGIS Online account to somebody who may need the same data or symbology.